What's up, everybody? Listen, we're coming to you and we have an amazing meal that we want to share with you. Listen, it's Friday here, so we call it Catfish Friday. But here's the thing, as a child, I grew up, my dad was an avid fisherman. So he would go out, he would fish, and every Friday, my mom and my dad and we will have a good old country fish fry. So, hey, I'm just kind of carrying on the tradition. The only thing about me though is, anytime I do something, my motto is work smarter, not harder. Say that with me. Work smarter, not harder. So they got all of these fancy recipes where you can use flour and you can get cornmeal and all that fancy stuff. Listen, we're gonna work smarter. So here's what if you wanna be fancy and add stuff, you can get this right here. This is classic fried breading mix. You see that right there? It says season to taste. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm gonna take that and throw it over here. And listen, I found this bad boy right here. Fish fry seasoned breading mix. It's already ready to go. All I'm doing is I'm gonna add, I already added a teaspoon of my flour, all-purpose flour. I added, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of my garlic here. And that's it. I'm gonna put that in there. Too much there. And she's ready to go. We're gonna mix that around. We're gonna drop our fish in it. We're gonna take you over there and we're gonna show you what we're doing with this here grease, okay? All right.
So people, you need a good cast iron in your life. If you don't have a cast iron, get a cast iron. They retain the heat so well, and everything that you cook, I feel like it just turns out better. So while Chris is over there seasoning up the catfish, getting it ready, look at this. Never throw out your oil. This is from the last fish fry. Yeah, and this is in a pickle jar. Just whatever you can find. Put your oil in it and keep it. It's got so much flavor in it already. You don't want to waste time trying to build flavor. It's already right here. So I'm going to throw a little bit of this good old oil from the last go around into this cast iron pan. We're going to let it get warm, get up to temp, right in there. Woo! You should be able to smell this. It's crazy. You can smell it. It's good stuff. We're gonna let it get to temp, and then we're gonna get ready to fry this fish. See how it happens.
Okay, so I'm here and I'm taking my catfish and I'm dipping it in my homemade seasoned goodness over here. You want to shake off that excess. You don't want it to be too much on there. Shake it off. Just set it here for a little bit. The grease is getting hot and we'll be ready to throw these bad boys in about 2 or 3 minutes or so. Get that. Take it off. Don't you want to come into my house, Dee? Come on, you're invited. You're always welcome.
So you know it's not a fish fry without some homemade tartar sauce. If you're in a pinch, go on and buy it in the jar. That's fine. I'm not knocking that, but if you have a few minutes, that's all it takes. What I did was I just put a cup of mayonnaise in. I'm a Duke's girl because maybe it's a Carolina girl in me, I'm not sure, but Duke's mayonnaise is great. So I have a cup of that, then I have about 2 tablespoons of chopped dill pickles, which is so good. Capers are my favorite ingredient right now. I like them in everything, not only in my tartar sauce, but I love them on a bagel with cream cheese. Don't judge me, people. I got a tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of chopped fresh dill going in, a teaspoon of sugar. You want to cut some of that. That's a lot of acid in that bowl. You want to cut that with a teaspoon of sugar. And then I'm going to just add a little bit of kosher salt. That sounds good. A little bit of fresh ground pepper, and that's it. We're gonna mix it. It's gonna be fabulous. It's so quick and easy, and you're gonna love it. And it's definitely not a fish fry without some coleslaw. So in a bowl right here, I have like a pre-chopped cabbage, carrots type of situation happening. That's right there. What I'm gonna work on right now though is the dressing for that. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of minced onion. I'm gonna put in here a 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. Again, this is for the dressing that's getting ready to go on there. I'm gonna put in about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt brings everything to life, people. I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper in there. Pepper to taste. It's all about what you like. So I'm gonna just do enough to make Chris happy, right? Okay, then I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of regular milk. And I'm gonna add about a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Y'all know I'm a Duke's girl, so it's definitely Duke's mayonnaise in here. Nothing against all the other brands, but Duke's just does it for me. I'm also gonna add a 1/4 cup of buttermilk to my mix. Buttermilk is great. All that in there is gonna just bring it to life. And then I'm gonna add about a tablespoon and 1/2 of white vinegar. And because we need some acidity in there, we're gonna add 2.5 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Hold on, let me just work this real quick. Okay, so the dressing is mixed and ready to go. We're gonna toss it with the cabbage and the carrots that we already have ready to go. So here's the thing. If you have a couple of hours, toss this joker and let it sit in your refrigerator. Cover it and let it sit. If you don't have a lot of time, just let it sit as long as you can, because the more you let it sit, the better it's gonna be. And here we go. It's a little bit of a copycat of KFC.
Okay, we're gonna drop this into the oil. I got it at like 350. You're gonna cook it no more than 4 or 5 minutes, you know, and it'll be done, because we're dealing with the not whole fillets, we're doing with like nuggets. And so we're gonna drop them in there. You don't wanna crowd the oil too much. Give them some space to breathe. We're gonna drop them over here, and we're gonna take them out and let you see them, because we're gonna be ready to eat. All right. Okay, our catfish nuggets are ready to go. A nice brown coat to them. You don't want them to overcook there. You want to take them and put them on this thing so they can drain. You want to get all that excess grease off of it. Oh, I can't wait to eat these things. They're going to be so good. Drop them there. I mean, if you want to, you can use like paper towel. That's old school. I mean, drain. You want to get that excess oil off. All right.